When Gilligan's Island first came to television screens in the 1960s, no one expected that a light-hearted comedy about seven stranded castaways would become one of the most beloved shows in television history. Audiences laughed, sang along to the unforgettable theme song, and for a short time it felt as if the world was escaping to that island too. But behind the fame and the smiles, there was a much darker truth. Because over the decades, the cast members who once felt like family slowly left this world one by one, leaving fans heartbroken, and now only one member of that original crew survives, carrying with her not just the legacy of Gilligan's Island, but also a life story filled with pain, loneliness, and battles that few ever knew. Bob Denver, the man who brought Gilligan himself to life, was the first to show how fame and reality often clash. Though he became an icon in his red sweater and bucket hat, his career never escaped the shadow of the island, and after years of health struggles, he passed away in 2005 at the age of 70. Alan Hale Jr., the skipper who protected Gilligan like a brother, spent his final years running his own restaurant, but in 1990, cancer claimed his life at just 68. Jim Backus, the witty millionaire Thurston Howell III, had already built a Hollywood career before the island. Yet Parkinson's disease ended his work and his life in 1989, and his on-screen wife Lovie Howell, played by Natalie Shaffer, followed not long after, her elegance and charm fading away when she lost her battle to cancer in 1991. The story of the castaways did not end there. Dawn Wells, who played the sweet and innocent Mary Ann, struggled financially in her later years despite her fame. And when she passed away in 2020, the world was reminded of how harsh Hollywood can truly be. Russell Johnson, the brilliant professor who always seemed to have a plan, passed quietly in 2014, leaving behind a legacy of intelligence and kindness. One by one, the laughter faded. The island emptied, until all eyes turned to the final castaway left standing, Tina Louise, the glamorous Ginger Grant, the last surviving star of Gilligan's Island. But Tina's story is not one of simple survival. Behind her Hollywood smile is a past scarred with heartbreak. As a child, she faced loneliness after her parents' divorce, sent away to a boarding school where she endured cruelty, bullying, and years of isolation that left scars deeper than any fame could heal. She dreamed of escape. She prayed for family, but instead she grew up learning how to endure pain in silence. Acting became her way out, a light in the darkness. And by her teenage years, she was already on stage, chasing a dream that would eventually lead her to Gilligan's Island. Yet, even at the height of her fame, Tina Louise often felt trapped by her role. While millions adored her as Ginger, she feared being typecast. Worried she would never be seen as anything more than a stranded movie star in a glittering gown, she turned down reunion movies, distanced herself from the island's legacy. But no matter how many other roles she took on, the world never forgot Ginger, and Tina herself could never truly escape the shadow of that island. Her personal life carried its own pain, a marriage that ended quickly, a daughter she raised with love while carrying the burden of her own difficult childhood, and years where Hollywood seemed to turn its back on her. Yet through it all she endured, she reinvented herself. She wrote books, she gave back to her community. She found joy in being a mother and later a grandmother, holding on to the family she always longed for. Today, at 91 years old, Tina Louise walks the streets of New York City as the last surviving member of Gilligan's Island. A living reminder of a show that gave hope and laughter during one of the darkest times in America's history. But her journey has been far from simple. It is a story of survival, resilience, and tragedy. The story of a woman who outlived all her castmates yet still carries the weight of their memories and her own painful past. So when fans remember Gilligan's Island, they remember laughter, adventure, and escape. But hidden beneath that sunshine is a haunting truth that the last castaway's life has been shaped as much by heartbreak as by fame, and that survival does not always mean peace. This is the tragic ending of the last surviving star of Gilligan's Island, Tina Louise. You're watching The Backstage Eyes, and if you want to uncover more untold stories from Hollywood's golden age, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Because the past holds secrets that deserve to be remembered, and we'll be here to bring them to you.